Now, the other guy's name that's out there, guys, is Jason Robertson.
I thought you were going to say James Reimer. I'm like, is that
James
a name
Reimer
that's
is
out
a
there?
UFA.
That guy's my age. What are you talking about?
His name would be out there. But no, I'm talking about Jason Robertson. And there is more reports every day about Jason Robertson potentially not being back with Dallas next year because maybe Mitch Marner. Maybe that's an option. Maybe they want Mitch Marner. Because I'm not... Listen, you guys...
Dallas getting Rantanen and Marner would be legitimately very funny.
Jim Nill already wins GM of the year, basically. But...
they'd also be building their team the same way the Leafs did. All right, we're going to build how all contenders build, up the right wing.
Jason Robertson, though, is a really interesting guy. This is a 40-goal scoring guy. This is a guy that probably could get you some good prospects or picks. So refill some of the picks that you gave up for Rantanen.
Allows you to sign Maverick Bourque without having him stolen from you. It is interesting. I mean, if you're Dallas...
I don't know where he goes. I don't know. Like, there'd be a lineup of teams that would want him, but you're going to need I mean, Dallas, it's interesting. In normal circumstances, Jason Robertson should be a king's ransom. But if you're trying to move him before July 1st so you can sign a guy like Marner, well, then all of a sudden maybe the price is down a little bit because you want to get the deal done so you can get Marner. And
let's look at the complexion of the league.
Okay.
The Lightning make the Cup final 3 years in a row. And they won the President's Trophy the year before that. The Panthers were one of the teams that kept running into the Lightning. And they decided, enough. We are changing our DNA legitimately. And it wasn't just, okay, we're trading Huberdeau for Tkachuk and Weegar, and there's unique circumstances there, and you can't hope to replicate that, yada, yada, yada. They became bastards. Absolute bastards. They found themselves in the Eastern Conference, and specifically in the Atlantic Division, as also-rans. They found themselves like, okay, if you're the second best team in the East even, does it matter if you're always going to finish second?
it doesn't matter.
It does not matter, right? So I think there's teams in the East right now. Carolina should be one of them. The Leafs are definitely one of them. Going, we're good. We're very good even. We're not good enough. We stay this way. The only way we improve is by pure luck.
Mm-hmm.
We got to do something. Out West, I mean, LA is an enormous candidate. You lose 4 straight to the Oilers.
And you got a new general manager who is motivated.
I wonder about Dallas, who is clearly, legitimately a very, very good team. Undeniably top 10. I think in most conversations, top 5.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even top 3.
Mm-hmm.
You're an also-ran. You keep running into the Oilers, and they keep patting you on your supple bottom. What are you going to do about it?
Mm-hmm.
Do you run it back with the same crew?
Jason Robertson will be, by the way, a UFA. He makes $7.75 million. He will be an RFA, and then a UFA 2 seasons from now. And I wonder, let me ask you
That's a really interesting future contract.
If Robertson, who I had 35 goals last year, any team would want that.
And an injury that hampered his playoff.
Yeah.
Ended strong.
He has no trade protection, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Can trade it anywhere. If Dallas's thing is we need more puck movement on the back end, does a trade with Buffalo for Bo Byram make sense? Plus.
I feel like the Dallas Stars are doing the right thing if they're moving on from Jason Robertson, because I think they are smart in their team building strategy. And because, as you outlined, Jason Robertson's due for a new contract, they're going to have to pay him a lot of money, and there's not enough cap space available for them to do that. They're up against the cap right now. I think they only have $4 million available to them currently, and they still need to fill out their roster. And that's another what are we expecting him to get? 9? So he's going to get some sort of raise on this deal. And if you don't think like he's going to be this high-end performer who's one of the best in the league, like he's not worth that contract, and you're better off just spreading that money around. And Bo Byram's interesting, but I feel like they would just take the prospect capital and the free money and use that to just spread out through their roster. And I feel like they're too smart to sign a guy like Mitch Marner, because then you're just building the Leafs where you got a bunch of high-end talent stacked up
on the right
to a bunch of cap, and then what else you can do with the rest of your lineup.
You're signing Marner to be, if like Dallas, you're signing him to be your second line
right winger,
right wing.
Yeah.
Like that's also a thing with William Nylander is like, okay, he's making 11.5. He performed extremely well. He was on their second line.
Yeah. So you're building the Leafs?
Exactly. They're a wonkily, weirdly built team. You saying Jason Robertson to Buffalo? Oh, did that scratch the itch?
Did it?
In my brain.
I just thought, I listen, I have nothing on this, but I'm just asking.
Buffalo needs talent
like that makes a lot of sense.
Buffalo needs talent, and
doesn't help their
a player
doesn't
with
help
no
their goals
trade
against
protection.
issue, but
no.
But if you're scoring more, that's good.
Your identity is you score a lot. Maybe that's it. Byram, and for all of Buffalo's flaws, they have a ton of picks and a ton of prospects. Byram and a combination of those guys for Jason Robertson. Oh, you scratched the itch, Adam.
You like that?
You scratched the itch. I like that a lot. That's real interesting. Now, the one problem I would say there that doesn't really fix anything is the problem for Dallas is their right side. I believe Byram's played a bunch of right, but he's a lefty.
Yeah, but I think he's a better option than, say, Matt Dumba.
Of course. Well, and Heiskanen all playoffs after he came back, I think, was on the right side.
Well, and they're going to need to drop a Dumbo or Labushkin. I don't know if Dumbo's up, but Labushkin or something like that. They're going to have to figure out a better way to spend that
both
money.
those guys are still signed.
Bouchelo? Maybe he goes back to Buffalo.
Before.
He was there before.
Absolutely.
Does he have any trade protection? Oh, Adam, you're cooking with gas.
We got to get a little fun here.
Oh, you're cooking with gas.
Jason
I like
Robertson is the perfect trade candidate. Like, I feel like so many teams are after just exactly what he is and what he can provide. And Dallas right now doesn't need him and his next contract.
Yeah.
They're a good team, and they can fill out this team without him.
Well,
it makes sense.
Adam Wylde. Adam Wylde cooking with gas.
It would be interesting. And what a get it would be for Buffalo. And if you have to move on for Peterka because he won't sign, well, there's your replacement.
You do not?
Just feeling like maybe or Tuck or whoever else, right?
You know what I'd be doing all summer if I was Kevin Adams? Alan, I'm so sorry. I'd be hanging up on Alan Walsh. I want to get traded. Oh, you do? That's terrible. Oh. You're an RFA and it's the NHL. I'm not doing nothing you want. Sign here or frig off.
Right. Okay.
Oh, you can't frig off. You're an RFA. Anyway, here's your Sabres uniform. We changed your number too just to screw with you.